York Jets are 2-5. 2-5 on the year. Third place in the AFC East division. Shame on me. Shame on me for thinking that if Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback, if you just plugged Aaron Rodgers into the quarterback position, then the Jets would be Super Bowl contenders, like a lot of people thought they would be last season, including myself. Shame on me for thinking that if you added Davante Adams into the mix, that the offense would start clicking again. He would be the big reason as to why this offense will look more respectable than it does now. So, and also shame on me for thinking that this team would beat the Kansas City Chiefs and denying them a chance to three-peat this season. Shame on me. Shame on you, life. Shame on you, life. When I look at the Jets' offense, they have no chemistry. It's like they're still getting used to playing alongside one another. It's almost as if every single wide receiver, every single offensive lineman, running backs just got signed 2 days before the season started, and they're trying to figure out what they like to do and what they don't like to do. They're trying to develop a chemistry with one another. Who is Aaron Rodgers' guy? Who is Aaron Rodgers' go-to guy? Now, even though Davante Adams started this past Sunday against Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers and Davante didn't click right off the bat. So that question is still up in the air, but eventually, as the season goes along, more than likely, it'll probably be Davante. I'm assuming, right? One would think. But right now, Aaron Rodgers has no guy. You would have thought it would have been Garrett Wilson before Davante showed up. You would have thought that those two would have been on the same page and scoring touchdowns, having good drives. But Garrett Wilson, could you say that he's overrated? He has a hard time creating separation when teams play man on him. There has been some impossible catches, some tough catches. I wouldn't say impossible, but some really tough catches that Garrett Wilson has had a chance to make. And he has not come down with the ball. Last Sunday, he was wide open. Ball hits him in his chest. It deflects off of his chest. Steelers pick it off. Aaron Rodgers threw a pick, but Garrett Wilson was coming across the middle of the field. I think he didn't really run his route perfectly. He didn't cut in front of the DB's face. Excuse me. He didn't cut and run across the DB's face. He kind of just sort of lollygagged across the middle. And then when the Jets were in the red zone, it looked like Garrett was running a wheel route on the right side of the field. Aaron Rodgers starts kind of running around, looking to find somebody. Garrett comes back to him. Aaron Rodgers throws the ball high. Garrett tries to make a tiptoe sideline catch, but doesn't come down with it. There was a catch against Buffalo in the middle of the field. He split two defenders in the end zone. He was going to take a shot. He was going to take a big hit, but he doesn't come down with the ball. So this guy, who was supposed to be an elite receiver, is not making elite receiver type of catches. So right now, I would probably say he's overrated. The Jets do not do a good job of establishing a running game. They don't try to run the ball with physicality, dominate teams at the line of scrimmage. When they do run the ball, they're in the shotgun. They have the defenders spread out. They don't really line up with two tight ends in a two tight end set and just try to create running lanes for Breece Hall to run through and Braylon Allen. But Breece Hall is a fantastic back that they are not really using. I mean, they're using him, but they're not really using him properly, okay? He gets the ball, but he'll get the ball when Aaron Rodgers is throwing to him out of the backfield. They use him for a lot of passing situations when really they should try to establish a running game first. So that'll open up play actions, bootlegs. But instead, Breece is used for screens and running out of the backfield. They give the ball to him, but they are in shotgun formations. The Jets should play old school football, line up at the line of scrimmage, have Aaron line up under center, give the ball to Breece, and run at teams up the middle. The passing plays that the Jets run don't really pull defenders out of their zone assignments. They don't really clear out certain parts of the field, so that'll open up other wide receivers to get open. They run these long developing plays that go down the field, and they take forever to develop. And not only that, the offensive line has struggled at protecting Aaron Rodgers. So not only are you running these long developing plays that do a poor job of clearing out zone coverage and opening up certain spots on the field for wide receivers to get the ball, but you're running these long plays knowing that your offensive line is not good enough to protect Rodgers for that long. And Aaron Rodgers, got to put some blame on him too. He has not looked good. He's looked like a lot of these quarterbacks that come into the league at times so far this season, holding the ball too long, not really rotating his head. In the Vikings game, he missed 2 wide open underneath players. He missed Bryce Hall, who did a little hook route in the middle of the field. And then their tight end, Conklin, he was wide open underneath, but Aaron doesn't really rotate his head in their direction to get them the ball. So holding on to the ball for too long, not consistently going through his reads at times. Sometimes he'll do this stuff. So Aaron has to be better as well. So the Jets are a mess. Forget what I said about the Jets. I made a video talking about the teams that I thought would beat the Chiefs and denying them a chance to three-peat. Scratch the Jets off. I'm done with the Jets. The Jets are a mess. I don't think they should have fired Robert Saleh so early on in the season, because right now it seems like they have no leader. There's no one who is in charge, trying to establish a culture in the organization. They should have gotten rid of Nathaniel Hackett, in my opinion. If they were going to get rid of someone, they should have gotten rid of Nathaniel Hackett. Aaron Rodgers, he decided to go to Egypt this offseason and not establish a connection with his wide receivers, not practice with them, get a feel for them, talk about what they want to do or what he would like to do. There's just no connection between him and his wide receivers right now. The Jets are not Super Bowl contenders. They are a mess. And that is my take on the New York Jets. Please like and subscribe. That is it. I am out.